And welcome back to EPIC38, where we're getting into our third game of the group stage, and it's set to be an absolute banger between the eMasters and Shushgg, our top two seeds of Group A, and therefore our two top teams that should be making it through to the upper bracket at the same time. I'm the Eternal J. I've now been joined by an absolute legend of UKCS, Biscu, man himself, of course. How are you doing today, man?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Personally, a little bit under the weather, but that's okay. You know, we're here, we're competing, we're throwing digs in the group stages. So I'm looking forward to watching this game with you. I think it's very finely poised. I think they're both very even teams. Some very good players on each side. Obviously, Crifes is playing, who qualified to the RMR with us during that run. So we're looking for some performances from him. And then obviously eMasters, two I-Series winners, which is impressive because they beat us, which was very sad. But yeah, no, there's some quality on both teams here, so I'll be looking forward to look at some good Counter-Strike on Anubis, no less.
Yeah.
So it should be fun. Hopefully it's all meta, you know, and it's not a little bit mad. You know, hopefully that's not the. Oh, I've sort of given it away, have I? My bad. Sorry. Apologies.
It's all right, don't worry.
I'm a little bit green on the
he's new to the broadcast, so I'm going to do my best to sort of walk him through, and of course a little bit. Obviously, I'll be questioning you and querying you about your own CS knowledge about these guys and about Counter-Strike in general. But
don't ask me anything too hard.
But first thing we need to ask is about the veto itself, and of course we're playing best of one format. So let's have a look at exactly what the map is going to end up being, and we have a little bit of Anubis, first time out today, and certainly one that I always question when a new map comes into the pool, like the first epic after a new map comes into the pool, because I don't know how the UK teams want to want to play this, because like I'm usually expecting some of the more standard stuff, so Anubis is a bit of a surprise to me.
Yep, I think it's going to be a barn burner, you know. Hopefully both teams have been practicing it, and maybe we can get into the game here and see some pistol round. Yeah, we're right into it.
Oh wow, we're already getting started. Okay, we're going straight in with eMasters and Shushgg. Hopefully we'll be able to get the sound in a moment. The pistol's already gone live. Actually, Kreitz is in a 1 versus 2, so standing alone to try and dish out the damage, and all right. We've gotten started on the right foot. Fantastic stuff, Biscu. Pistol going the way of Shush. Unfortunately, not much to analyse in that sense. We only got the end portion of the pistol, but look, solid start for the T side.
It looked like some sort of a field A rush. Obviously, Rory takes the patience there after it fails, and they walk into him and he punishes them big time, and there you go, 1-0.
I mean, I'm surprised you managed to figure that out from just like 2 seconds of gameplay we saw. I mean, yeah, look, for Shush, obviously it's a solid start, and on T-side, we've obviously seen a lot more of the T... I don't want to say T-side meta, because it's more like, obviously, in these modern times, it's more CT-sided, a lot of these games, but obviously on Anubis, we've seen a lot more presence on T-halves more than anything else. So do you think that's going to be where Shush will take the majority of their advantage today?
Yeah, we'd like to think so. At the minute, the map is T-sided. I think whenever any map comes into the pool, it's always going to be T-sided, brand new or not. But yeah, no, there should be a lot of rounds rung up here on the T side, excuse me, from Shush.
Well, both sides set in for the force buy at this stage. So we'll see how Shush will handle around the B default. A number of their players sort of set out here, a little bit of mid control also being established. And default presence set in towards that mid control for Shubi and Co. Shubi. They were trying to prod out towards the elbow angle. The Molotov is sent, the flashes are also over, but not much presence here from eMasters. They are going to back off away from that mid presence, so Shush should be able to take some control.
Looks like a nice open and kill from Shubi. Shubi's going to see the guy in Temple Connector. Decides doesn't want any of that. Looks like some sort of a B-split from Temple, somewhat unusual.
Not much holding in this one again. Firepower advantage for Shush at this stage. eMasters with the force buy. This should be a 5-on-2 scenario for the Shush side, and most likely a round to be taken. I don't think Dexter and Mushy want to go for any sort of retake in this scenario. Probably, I'd say, best to hold on to the Kevlar and SMGs, right?
Yeah, you know, you live to fight another day. MP9's armor, a formidable foe going into any bomb site. So they'll be happy with this save. Obviously, they want to be more competitive in this round. They'll not be happy that they haven't killed anybody, because it's important to damage the economy, especially on this round. I would say currently in the meta that this round, the second round after the pistol, is the most important. So let's see what happens. Oh, they get it cleaned up.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Well, the 2-0 start for Shush, and of course, as you can see, we are trying to get the radar up on screen, so hopefully we can actually see a bit more of what's going on at this stage. But of course, early doors for Shush looking pretty solid at the moment. The guns are out. The Galils, the MAC-10 stay in. The MAC-10 is perfect for money farm in this sort of scenario because eMasters, they pretty much have nothing here.
Yeah, I mean, this is as bare bones as it gets. We're just going to stack the B-bomb site and roll the dice. Pop flash. Not good enough. Oh, but will we get one, maybe two?
Doing all right, but only one pick found for it, and a couple of kills on the MAC-10 certainly going to bolster the money for Isaac. So, yeah, very solid stuff here from Shush in the early part of the game. eMasters back up on these guns. I wonder whether they'll upgrade that MAC-10 just yet, whether they want to play it as a bonus weapon. Which would you prefer, upgrade to the AWP or?
I think on this round you can, because they've been clean, you can just say, listen, we'll just keep the MAC-10 here, because it's the pressure's on the CTs here to do something like this. This is quite a big round, and the util's not great either.
Once again, a lot of presence towards the B main side. Shush camp, Mr. Hoy just bursting through that M4 towards the mid control. The AK set Christ, of course, the second man in. Probably waiting utility at this stage. There's a bit being thrown. Flashes over. Inbound they go. Check out the outskirts of the site. Emi just get that one kill. Car with a decent responsive, and Husky back out towards Electric, doing all that he can to hold back behind that smoke. He's managed to force out a 4 versus 3 for the eMasters. The bomb is on site and will get planted here.
So this is going to be a hard hold though from the terrorists. They have no control except for just the bomb site itself. They don't have tempo, they have dark now, that's handy. That gives them a chance.
Husky forced all the way back out to Canals, and Nays even chipping away at the HP bar, but meanwhile the other two CDs on the other side of the map taking a little bit of a kill back. Mr. Hoy and Husky with those kills, and now Zuby left alone. All Stark does get that one pick in, needs to hold on to a bit more, but Crossfire's locked from eMasters, and well, you're right about it being a difficult hold there for Shush. It's an opening start for the rifles of the eMasters, but bomb plant bonuses already a very good cash basis. Shush, of course, are going to buy back here.
Yeah, this is a good round from eMasters, but as you know, Shush have got the money. That's why they didn't go extravagant into that round. I wonder if Subi's going to keep it quite simple here and just keep sort of B splitting on them. I mean, we've seen a B split from Temple. I said that was unusual, so maybe not. Maybe we'll see some cool stuff. Big round here. Looks like it's...
Guns back in the stand for the rifle round, see whether Husky can get back into this Electric position and try and strike out to somebody back at water. Meanwhile, the AWP of Isaac is out in replacement of the MAC-10 that he lost in the previous round, of course. Flash is also out towards the A main side of things. They try and prod forward. Husky can't really see much of the defensive. It's pretty passive over on that side of the map as well. Moshi back on the site itself. Isaac is going to pick up the kill on Dexter, so there's the start out for the AWP. Slow things down. eMasters forced to fall back.
This is a big kill in mid at the moment. If you can pick this kill up, it's very hard for counter-terrorists to rotate effectively when bomb site A or bomb site B is lost, because you have to be very careful about mid now because you've lost a player there, and they could be one window, one door, messing up rotations. But it looks like eMasters are going to have to defend the A here.
Kill back, double up in fact for the entries, and a 5-on-2 now for Shush. eMasters held so far away from that A site. Closest rotations are in from the mid position, but Shuby's rotating on the backstab. Emi and Husky shouldn't be able to do much here. I imagine the save is on the table, and in fact they're looking for exits. So yeah, very confident these takes on the sides here from the Shush side. Emi does get one on the way out. Kreitz able to fall, so one, but no more than that. Sticking around, losing another gun back for the eMasters side.
Yeah, this is maybe the worst possible start. Win the gun round close, and then lose the next round. Money's in the bin. Yes, your loss bonus is good, so there's a chance next round, but I mean, you could buy here, but it's so sketchy. I mean, I imagine eMasters will just do a light investment and go next round. Yeah. So, really, really good start from Shush's team. Shuby, obviously IGL. Great start. You couldn't ask for a better start on T-side, and it was such a close game.
That's the 4-1, of course, for the Shush side, and should be pretty easy as well with this situation. I mean, the Deagle's only there to try hold some firepower, potentially hold a steal, some sort of exit frags, but the chances should be pretty low for eMasters in this round, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if Husky can pull some magical one-digs off here from Dark, he needs to be brave and help his team. Oh, he sees one.
Doesn't find the headshot, doesn't quite get the closer player either. Christ with the kill. Mr. Hoy and Dexter do hold a couple of decent trades, but it's a 3-on-2 with Christ being low HP. Is this a winnable round now for eMasters here?
It's certainly in the balance. All you need is one or two special one-digs, maybe a body spam here, and all of a sudden it's 4-2. You never know. Right now, this is quite critical for Shush. They don't want to lose this round. Obviously, never want to lose this round.
Oh, okay, here we go, Emi. 2-on-2, second player around the corner, but doesn't stabilize the shot in time. Now Moshi with it all to do. 1-on-2, sees the shoulder, lands that headshot, but doesn't get the second man. Kara able to hold on to the 5th for Shush. A damaging round there from the eMasters, but still a rifle one there by the T side. I mean, it is shocking how close they got. You wanted to see them hit some beamers, and certainly there was some in there, but just not quite enough there for the eMasters. I think their biggest success will probably be in the long term, though, here. The fact that they've done so much damage to Shush's side.
Yeah, that's what you need on those type of rounds. You need to start getting some kills, hurting that economy, making sure that the terrorists can't buy every single round. You know, if you try to get back into the game, you need to break their economy eventually. As you can see here, there's some people on no money, but it's a long road ahead here for eMasters. They might have to win 2 consecutive rounds to break this. They've got a good buy here. They've got a very good chance. I would like to see something a little bit more proactive from eMasters. Everything's been sort of proactive in mid, but maybe we can see B main push, or maybe an A main push, or a dark push, connector, whatever you like to call it, E-box.
Husky's trying to engage at this position. Burst straight through the smoke. A little bit off kilter. Can't see much, of course, so...
Looks like Shush are preparing for an A strat here, instant pop.
Yeah, utility being thrown out already. The CT sides, Moshi in particular, set back on the defensive line. He's trying to hold on against the massive T-side forces. The CTs are also on rotate at this stage. And there's Moshi in with a kill. Kara down and out. Double up, in fact, for the M4. Rotations in from Emi trying to hold back. USP on site does get overwhelmed in the end, but he's brought out a 4 versus 2 situation thanks to that triple. Emi now to pick up the pieces and leaving Isaac all alone there. The AWP versus them all. And Dexter there with the closer. eMasters with their second round. And what we're seeing, very confident sort of rounds from Shush. Rounds where they get straight into the site and they just do absolutely well on the T side. And then obviously eMasters do that right there in that particular round, how confident that was on the defensive. So like I'm seeing some just 2 very different styles of games bursting in at 2 very different points in the matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge side hole from Moshi, an absolute vital 3K that in his team desperately needed. That's a big opening from Dexter as well. We need to see that more from him if eMasters want to win this map.
Nice kill to open up from Zulu. Smokes in towards the main entrance. Shubi's going to try and rotate out in the midst of the sound cube, managed to drop off safely without being sprayed back. Isaac, meanwhile, looking to directly challenge Husky if possible. The AWP at this kind of a range, smokes in the way. Neither side really can see each other, so let Orpal just back off for the time being. Regroup his teammates out with control. Mr. Hoy flashed in perfect, but Christ still able to win that fight.
Unfortunate for eMasters, it's a beautiful bit of team play. Nice pop flash, unfortunately. Obviously, Hoy's going to die there to the blind. Christ.
Grew up towards the A site now. Moshi's again all alone here. Rotations will be fairly quick from Emi. But I imagine he might need a similar sort of 3K to that last round to try and hold on to this.
He's in a different position now, though. He's taken up a position in heaven. It's a little bit different. There's not many places to hide. He's going to get smoked out.
Burst through. Couldn't quite capitalize on the kill. There's such very vehicles from the individual players. Emi's going down to Kara anyway. Dexter with the AWP responsive. Looks on the back of platform. He sees that gun barrel. He knows where the man is. Moshi caught 1. Dexter strikes back. Shubi alone in the 1 versus 3. And eventually is overwhelmed by Husky as eMasters hold their 3rd round.
That's what you like to see if you're an eMasters fan. A little bit more controlled on the CT side. Nice rotations. And Moshi's holding that bomb site down. If you were to slightly criticize him, I'd probably criticize the positioning, but there's not many places to hide on the A-bomb site, really, so you can't really go too wrong. But at least he doesn't give his life away. Full save now from Shush. There's your 2 consecutive rounds if they needed. They've got it.
No bomb plants either.
No bomb plants, yeah.
So, yeah, money truly crushed here for the Shush side. Mr. Hoy tries to play back behind the M4 in the midst of the smoke. Is going to fall away eventually. He's still wary of what Shush could bring to the table because there are upgrade pistols in this round. And we've already seen how deadly those can be when the forces came through from eMasters earlier, so probably not to suffer the same fate if possible. AWP of Dexter posted quick adjustment as Kara down. Did not quite spot the 2nd and 3rd player there. Flashbang, but Husky's there to provide support. Dexter does get 1 as Husky goes down the right. He's dropped, and Christ turns that M4 against the CT side for a bomb plant can be secured here. Not quite, actually. Mr. Hoy and Emi close out those last couple of frags, so
yep.
nice anti-eco there from the eMasters.
eMasters will be quite happy with their progress right now. They're definitely charging towards quite a nice CT half, considering the map's T-sided. If they could finish with 8, 9 CT rounds, they'll be very pleased, and they'll be very buoyed going into the next half. It's a great comeback so far. A lively game like we all hoped.
Yeah, those HEs in down for Husky's part. Kill found for Emi already. Shubi with 2 taps, 1 straight to the head. Perfect start with the aggressive force forward. It looked like there from the B side. Mr. Hoy striking elsewhere on Kara. Isaac gets involved. A 4-on-3 situation. Bit too overly aggressive there from Husky for my money. If Shushgg got that kill, that would have been round over.
Certainly would have been. Absolutely ripped. Was it Hoy's head off?
Yeah.
That's a nice. That's nice.
Most aggressive. Might catch one player off. Indeed, Zulu's going falling. So one more frag to return out of the way, get back into the A site as Shush swarm up to the B play instead.
Some equity going into the last part of the round. 3 versus 3. Husky has to hold it down from Dark. He's decided to play it slightly passive. See if it'll pay off for him.
Shubi might challenge him directly. Smokes away, but no, the kill's found forward. The resmoke is back down. The bomb should get planted again. eMasters have the advantage, and these retakes are coming pretty quick as well. So Shush forced to back away, stall for a bit more time. Those days on the backside, Christ reaggresses as the Molotov also clears away. AK's hold, the smoke's down towards main. They're trying to siphon off one individual as Isaac just draws attention to himself. Christ is not moving. Oh, the spray through the smoke catches the kill on Dexter. Now Christ challenged. Isaac's all alone, knows exactly where that bomb's planted. A re-smoke comes back against him though. He's blind spraying. Molotov's against the position. Moshi on the defuse. No spray back, no denial, and no round for Shush. It's eMasters that will equalise.
That's a good round from Husky there. Nice patience, and Dark knows that they have to clear him if they want to take this bomb site and that he's a favoured position. Takes it nice and slow and then peeks out just at the right time, gets a lovely kill, survives, brings the rotations in. Good player, good play.
A kind of play that brings in 5 MP. Shush's bomb plant not even enough to get a definitive buy here. It's back to the half invest of the pistols. Fall up towards the B site for what seems to be a very quick pop here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on this big bomb site in this half. Here it comes. Can Emmy do anything about it?
Nose down one, right there for a decent trade. Husky spray back into the smoke. Trying to catch him off here, a 4-on-4. Incendiaries are thrown back and forth. Backing away, the bomb will get planted by Kreitz. The retake will be on here, but Husky moves back 2 through the smoke. So once again, Shush are just overwhelmed in this retake position.
That's a lovely spray down from Husky. You love getting 2 through the smoke.
Yeah. Moshi going to follow suit on Isaac, leaving Price alone for the ultimate clutch of ultimate destiny, but destiny does not favour him in this round. 6th to the board of eMasters. That is it 5 rounds in a row now for them? They've taken quite a number of these. It looks like the momentum is truly swung towards their favour, and well, they have the lead over Shush for their own right.
They have won 5 in a row, and not only have they won that many in a row, they're winning them with 3, 4 alive, quite clean. Which is keeping them in good stead for the rest of the half. If I was Shush, I would probably take a pause, talk about how we are getting the bomb plants, we're successful, but we need to finish the round, we need to be more clinical in the execution.
That's round advantage at this stage as Shush try and slow things down. Actually find Mr. Hoy for it. Dexter's all can strike back on Kara in mid though, so push forward from one CT, punished by the other CT on the other side of the map. 4-on-4, Shubi trying to spot forward. Did see that jump phase, but so did the CT side themselves. So Incendiary is up ahead of the main position. Just those taps and bursts trying to catch players off guard. But outside of those opening engagement, very little happening until Christ strikes on Husky. He's down at Electric.
It's probably the first presence he's giving that frag away. He might decide the round. It's another beautiful entry from Kreitz. Kreitz, I just call him Rory. Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry, Rory.
Call him whatever you want.
Sorry.
Well, it's Christ making eMasters cry at this stage because they're back into another save call. This is what it looks like. Moshi did get Zulu. Dexter backed off to set up a smoke instead, so this retake might still be on here. Christ and Isaac holding their positions. One player outside of main, one player on the site itself. Back of Plat. Incendiary Stone. Christ, he's getting forced even further forward. The flashes are over, but they've got so little time to act now, and the headshot comes in. Quick smoke back, being in position, just seeing the edge of it on the defuse. AWP shooting, Moshi getting tagged up and eventually taken down. A little bit hilary there for Shush, but they hold their 6th and equalise eMasters again.
That's a great round from Kreitz. You know, I like the best part about the play towards the end when it gets close 2v2 retake is the slight repositioning just in the right moment to preempt the molly that's going to clear his position. He takes up a new position the op isn't expecting, because he preempted it and the movement was nice, and he wins the round nice and calm and easily.
6 apiece once again. eMasters have to fight back for the lead. Husky's going to catch Kara here, so openings again. He's been pretty consistent finding these picks down at the canals entrance, and it just seems like right now it's a major thorn in the side for the Shushgg.
I want to see him take that fight more, because I feel like he's got it. and that's a fight that CTs can take. Oh, this is a bit spooky.
Just tagged up. Moshi might be in trouble. Mr. Hoyer would have backed him up. Emi follows suit on Zulu elsewhere, so it's a 4 versus 2 situation. eMasters in control of the situation. Shushgg and Isaac just got to form up and try this B hit, which they have left on the site itself here for the eMasters, so only down to Moshi on the defense.
That's unlucky from Rory's entry there. He gets a little bit unfortunate, and the timing on this bomb side.
Out and about, but Moshi still lands the kill. Shubi's left to try and clutch it here. 1 on 4's got the first. Needs 3 more, and they've just quickly rotated to backstab positions. Might punish this one individual. No, switching to the knife. Tagging up Dexter a little bit. Time to play with, but now Incendiary's coming. They're going to close in the pincers slowly against the man. Shubi's chances dwindling down with the timer. 30 seconds. Just trying to look around, trying to spot some individual. That's a good tap. Okay. Bit more winnable now. Got to get the bomb down. Just tapped it. Trying to force out a peek. He's going to peek it from the other side of the site. Good ideas from Shushgg. Good effort in that one, and a very good one tap, but still not a good round for Shush as eMasters back in the lead.
Yes, this is a great half from eMasters. You know, lost the first 5 rounds. You know, 4-1. That's not great. Lost the first gun round. Oh no, 1 and then lost after that, which is bad for the money. But now they're right back in control. Shush will be looking to get 2 more rounds here on this half at least. Otherwise, it'll be disappointing for them.
Their guns held in, the standards by is still limited by that Galil with Kara in this case. Shush, which will form up towards the mid control. Mr. Hoyer has a hell of a task ahead of him because he might have to deal with 4 individuals. Boost up above the smoke and start to clear. Flashing again, sees a couple of individuals. Doesn't take the fight though. And the base a little bit closer. Eventually caught blinded by Dexter. The AWP does catch 1 and 2. So much more to get in this case. He recognises being flanked from 2 different angles, so Shushgg can get a pick back. A 3-on-3, and Moshi is isolated. He has to stand and fight and win these fights, but you can't get past Zulu for it. The A site has fallen.
Oh, Emi. Excuse me. The round isn't over yet. Here he comes, fade in the smoke.
Mollies are sent in. Trying to see if he can get this challenge in against the likes of Zulu, and Zulu will drop. So Isaac now in a 1-on-1 against Emi. The bomb's on his back. He can plant the A site, and Emi's rotated away.
Was just about to sing Dexter's praises for his 2K in mid, and then Emi gets 1 through the smoke and makes it 1 versus 1 in that 1v3 scenario. Long shot odds here. Isaac creeping into the bomb site, get the bomb down. Hasn't a clue where Emi is. Expecting him somewhat towards the CT side. We'll probably hear him running now. Oh no, Emi decides
he's going to slow down.
Let me start sneaking.
It's an AWP v AK battle, so Emi's HP is pretty much negated at this stage. Isaac needs to hit that shot. If he misses, Emi wins the fight.
That is correct. Could have literally 1 HP and it would make a difference.
Diffuse kit on him, full set of utility. Isaac, however, creeping in to catch him off at the right timing, and he gets that shot with his back turned. Emi. Oh man, so much breathing room in that kind of round. It was still so winnable for the man.
Brutal timing, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean, the bomb plant is quite interesting from Isaac because he sort of plays unoptimally for it, which I think confused Emi when he comes into the bomb site. He's sort of not expecting him behind him because it's sort of planted for platform and aim in. So maybe that was his plan. Worked out for him.
For round 15, it's going to work out well for Shush. You can see the buyback from eMasters absolutely crippled. Looking initially like it was going to be a quick B hit, and the utility was thrown down as far as counteract with Shushgg catching Mr. Hoy on the backstab in from mid. So advantage still sits with Shush here. eMasters, what can they do in this sort of circumstance?
A gamble call will probably come out here, or an information play on the other side of the map. 4. Who's that? Moshi's quite pushed. He's advanced in A main. He'll get early info whether it's A, so that's why you can see on the mini map here that sort of coming towards B. Mid, no info, so 1 has to go back and check. So Moshi's going to have to be brave here and start peeking out and check clearing water in the next sort of 10-15 seconds. Otherwise, this B pop's going to be hard to stop. They hear him jumping. The rotation in mid. He's just going to push mid. Water is pushing now, as you can see.
Okay. Now they got the info. Dexter slowly pushing back, and engagement does get found. Emi close to that Google Atlantic by 7. Doesn't get much better either. Another good effort from eMasters, but not to be. Dexter caught with his knife out. Does catch off the AWP player, but the kills are not found still for that from us. So all left on Moshi. 1 versus 5. SMG with a whole lot of work to do, and unfortunately, kind of the writing was on the wall with the buy up there for the eMasters. He'll do his best. He'll get one, but 4-man crossfire locks it out. And that will be 8-7 at the half for Shush, and about as close as we expected it would be. We thought this would be a barn burner, and so far it's turned out to be just that.
Yeah, it's certainly close. Look at Rory there with 20 kills. Wow, he's really putting his team on his back here and say, come on, boys, we're going to charge over this finish line. So hopefully his teammates can, you know, start helping him out. Maybe he can continue that form for them. Big half for Shush. They need to replicate that CT side that eMasters had, even though it doesn't look too impressive, but trust me, on this map it is. Especially if all things being equal, you know, both teams are equally skilled. Certainly much more two-sided. Well,
Shush definitely held control of their T side, and just a single round advantage to eMasters, only one to make up with the pistol bowl. Moshi can't quite hit his headshots against Kara, combining with Shushgg to get that opening start in the half. Husky's made his way quickly into Electric. Dexter's caught off one towards the mid-control. Mr. Hoy still working in. His Emmy does go falling down. 4-on-3 here for the Shushgg side. The made their way in towards Temple. That bomb in particular is going to split his way back in. Isaac does catch the headshot. Mr. Hoy with 2 more to find. Indeed engages one side, but the bomb's been dropped to the other. Husky's got to come in with support. Needs to challenge this man. Mr. Hoy's such low HP, but he still gets his pick back. 2-on-2. They haven't grabbed the bomb, though. They've left it back in Temple, so Shubi's flank could still work out. Husky has to fight against this man. Will do some damage. Can't quite get the headshot. The Julies are in for the man. He can't quite double up. Husky still holding a chance in this one. A 1-on-1 for him, and Kara is so hot on his heels, but the shot's not connecting still. A triple board is one CT player. The Julies come out, but the kill is found by Kara, as it will be a pistol for Shush.
That's the same pistol that eMasters ran. Or sorry, that Shush ran. It's sort of one towards A, sort of making the information, sort of make the fake. They get pushed, unfortunately, so it changes there, but it's essentially the same B split for mid. But it works out for Shush. They managed to stop it. Full save from eMasters. Usually you see this round, regardless of a bomb plant is a force, but eMasters think better.
Might have to get the SMG to give him a payday, or not. Mr. Hoy again doing well with his Glock.
Gotta be careful about his Glock. Death balls.
Karamo's down 3. Shubi comes in with support. That bomb in CT control. Smoke trying to see if he can get involved here for Husky. He's got the FAMAS on his back. Glock still called out to try and fire this long range. Not going to work out for him. Zulu with a closer. And that's 10 for the board of Shush, who are right about the eco basis for eMasters, usually typically a buy, but it does lead to a buy right here, and you've got the 4 AKs coming out. Husky can also buy one himself. Yeah, this is a really strong buy from the Terrace. Obviously a bit of a bonus round from the CTs. Some FAMASes, some low utility, but these AKs look imperious. Looks like eMasters are going to go for a nice slow 1-3 default, maybe towards A. Gotta be careful about this mid smoke. It could be peeking from dark. That's why they're sort of slow there on the stairs. Just waiting for a potential. There's no damage done towards Christ initially. Very little in the early game. And A-Plan perfectly on Husky. Well, he likes holding this angle on the CT side, trying to attack it on the T half. Not working out as well for him. He at least counters Zulu quite an amount. So both players on 58 HP. So just back and forth from the damage game. No kills yet.
Mid wide open. They've decided we're doubling up A, we're tripling up B, we're pushing B main right now for the info. Oh dear, there's nobody there. They must be all mid. Looks like the CTs are aware of this now, but it might be too late.
Zulu is the man that will challenge the mid control as well, so on a little over half HP, he's not going to be all that likely to win the fights. Down to the B defensive, or A defensive I should say instead, and they just fall apart in an instant. Zulu, decent lineup, only got 1 kill for it. Dexter traded back through the smoke, so this looks to be a save for me for Shush.
Yeah, I mean this is an instant save here from Shush. You would have to think so. Maybe yeah, they're going to play some exits from Rugs. I imagine Shubi's going to come all the way around and play with them. Yeah, no. eMasters make their AKs count. They find the gap in mid from the setup that eMasters do, which I think is a little bit of a gamble, and they punish them for it. A split, 3 from Con, very hard to stop.
Very nicely done. 10-7, we'll go up to 8 for the eMasters, and a very confident round again from them. We see a lot of these confident T-side takes from Shush, and now eMasters can start to return the favour. 4 rifles staying in. Money is, of course, not built at all for the Shush side, so I mean, do you consider a force buy in this circumstance, or is it just rock the 2 M4s with the pistols? I mean, they're going for the force invest.
This is a force.
Yeah.
This is a force. you know, the money's really bad. What are we on? 1 round loss. We're getting 1900 next round. It's Force all day long. Let's make these M4s work. Let's try and win this round.
We do get 1 extra M4 out for it. 2 Deagles for Kara and Zulu in this case. Shush. Gun set in for Kara's, HP rather, for Kara's part. Only done a 60 already. eMasters. Very slow approach to these defaults, and actually might work against them. Isaac's peeked out towards mid. Catch Mr. Hoy. The start is on the favour of the CT side.
That's essential on the defense. This player in mid is going to get the most opening duels, and you want that guy to be winning them. Is he going to get another one? Oh, he puts him on 1. That's very close. Yeah, this mid position on the map is extremely crucial in regards to opening duels. If you're losing them, it's going to be a hard time for you, but Isaac comes through there with an important kill for his team in a really important moment, trying to close out Anubis. Husky's working around. Sees the guy in GM, gets away.
I have no idea. We didn't take that much damage to that nade, but that's fair enough. Shushgg does manage to close out the kill anyway, so it's a 5-on-3. Shushgg making this work for them, but finally a strike comes back from the T side. Moshi in with the AK kill, 1 to his name. Bomb going down towards the B site, and the CT's got to scramble for the retake.
This has to be planned around Karar's kit. Wherever Karar is, it needs to be planned around him. He can't go alone. Someone needs to pick his kit up if he dies, because that's the only way we're going to convert this on the side of Shush. Okay, we know the platform is clear. Okay, so probably Dark, main, Jail on the pillar. Start to think about this.
Trying to clear their angle. Enemy back at the pillar, strikes against 2 individuals. Isaac dealt with by Dexter. Zulu with 1 pick to return. So
that is clinical from eMasters.
Very nicely done indeed, yes. Damaging again by the Shush side, but that force buy means that they can't really convert it in this follow-up. It's going to be a harsher eco, so yeah.
Nice and clinical bomb site hold there from eMasters to take up nice positions. Very hard to sort of clear those without the right util or flashbangs. And it's very easy to play off of each other because there's peek and goes and hides. It's really good.
Charge forward on the CT side, trying to get out towards mid and catch these players off guard, but ultimately not working out for them. I mean, at this point, you go for a scramble kind of play.
You got to go for something like this.
Yeah, just hoping the best in this sort of circumstance, and it doesn't quite work out, but it's not expected to work out at the same time. So
yeah, you're hoping there someone is caught sleeping. You get a gun, maybe it gets weird, and you know you can make it scrappy. But unfortunately, it hasn't worked.
Yeah. Only 1 casualty, so 10 to 10 on the board.
There you go. It's been very close this whole time. No teams are they're sort of streaking rounds together, both back and forward. It's not like we win a round, you win a round. It's like let's win 4, now it's your turn. So we'll see if Shush can interrupt this streak and have their own streak.
I mean, I'm sure both sides would love to win 16 rounds in a row and be like, hey, your turn now.
Yeah.
But you are right about that. It's been a very streaky kind of game. And the end result, of course, is still that it's been 10 apiece on the board, so eMasters and Shush.
I like this call from Shush to stack aim in.
3 players on the crossfire. Moshi's in for a bit of a surprise. First man round the corner. Doesn't win that fight. Kara with the engagement, and they kind of back off. They've left out Zulu into that corner, though. The Molotovs should send him packing. It doesn't quite stretch out that fast, so I think, yeah, just rotate to the B site.
Oh, it looks like Shubi's going to have a hard job holding this bomb site from... Got to hold them all off from Dark by himself, but number 7 here rotating into Temple, going to get his head ripped off. The bomb site's open, but... Oh.
No lineups.
He needs the multi-frag to keep his team in the round there. 3v3 retake. It's going to be very hard. I mean, I would consider saving this.
Well, Emmy's there to cut off the rotation from 1 player at Temple, and if he goes down, or Zulu's gone down, Kara's quick to follow. As soon as Zulu goes falling, I'm out of there if I'm Kara, but ultimately Isaac just left to hold on to his rifle in the 1 versus 3, so...
Yeah. Anubis is a really tricky map. If they come to A at the start of the round and you know you've got a heavy stack there and they decide to cancel early, which is what happens, they can the rotation to the other bomb site is so fast, and the only way CTs can interrupt it is by peeking the bridge in the window, and you can't do that without nice kill from Isaac. You cannot do that without clearing top mid here because there's so many places for terrorists to stop that peek. So eMasters use that to their advantage. Run Dark, get the kill on Temple and platform, and bomb site's wide open. Impossible retake.
It's wonderful stuff for eMasters to take the lead at this stage. Shush may be silenced in this kind of a matchup. eMasters presently in with the gun by the...
light investment.
yeah, pistols. Just
the pop is on the cards.
Half invest, Isaac trying his best to hold on. Emi does get one decent pick back. 4-on-4 situation. They are doing all they can of this one, but ultimately they are falling apart. The M4 of Isaac just trying to hold back on the back of the site, desperate to take position if possible. Husky, yeah, not quite the game that he wants to take. Does indeed get one of it alongside Emi Christ with a responsive.
Oh.
And the 5-7 does at least get a couple of picks in with damage onto Monkey. It could be plausible, but Emi's his next challenger, and that'll be 12-10 to the board of eMasters.
Yeah, Roy making it expensive for them though, but at this point we kind of need to win the rounds. Making it expensive isn't good enough. They're sort of, what are they, streaking like 7 rounds in a row now. It's time to stop this landslide here and regain the momentum. Otherwise, it's going to be a very hard game for Shush.
Guns are once again returning for the Shush side. For inbound for Christ, engages against Mr. Hoy. The headshot comes out of the AK, and there is the start up for the eMasters again, working out well. Zulu loses the fight towards Husky. 5-on-3 situation being held. And eMasters slowing things down, but just thinning out this CT side so effectively so far.
Yeah, I mean, these opening duels keep going the way of eMasters. It's going to be a very long day at the office here for the CT side. eMasters seem to be looking like they're a little bit more comfortable on the map than Shush are. Which I'd say, just from watching them, it looks like they're a little bit more happy to mid-round the calls, you know, and play a little bit more on intuition, which shows to me they're a little bit more familiar with the map, a little bit more fluid, not so stiff. Here we go, here, bit of bomb side take, but the gamble from Shush.
Yeah.
You have to make gambles like this. You know, if they come A here, then we'll win the round, potentially, but if they go B, then we're safing, you know. We'll fight them another day, but
yeah,
we can't be giving these rounds up too many times in this game, you know, especially when we're getting to the latter stages. We're going to have to start contesting these rounds soon.
Yeah, 13-10 at this point. The scoreline starts to run away from you, so eMasters have to be challenged very soon by the Shush side. 3 rounds to the win here for the eMasters side. Although, considering how streaky these games have been, it wouldn't shock me if Shush brought it back from here, you know?
It really wouldn't. I mean, as many rounds as the eMasters have strung together, they're really only 2 consecutive gun rounds away from being on nothing. I mean, they are really starting to build a bank here on, you know, Dexter, Emi, and Yoshi, but on the second round, you know, people will be getting dropped guns. It brings the money down. So, but yes, you're not wrong. 3 wins away. Shush need to get their stuff together here. Otherwise, they're going to be closed out here in a matter of minutes.
And just the thing as well, they've got to battle back against the constant bias from eMasters. They've got so much money, so
Yeah.
this is not going to be easy.
Battle.
This is, I mean, up mountain battle is what I want to kind of describe it really. Like this is tough, very tough from the Shush side. You see Emi trying to force out a fight initially in that mid control. Did see one individual disappear back towards Temple, so that's good enough to at least just force out map control, and damage as well against Isaac, but no kills at this stage.
Really fast and furious mid take there from Shush, saying, you know, we're going to take this off you. We were molly this, we're going to flash this, so no chance for Shush to even retake this at the moment. A lot of map control seeded. It's hard to play this map without map control on the CT side, let me tell you that for a fact. But here comes Cripes, he's going to try and change that dynamic. Well, he's not going to do though. Mr. Hoy's going to rip his head off.
The AWP does see one before the smoke does bloom. Kara on the site is going to try and hold it. Lonesome does get overwhelmed by the two sides split in from both the connector and main entrances. So eMasters once again forcing Shush back, and another save call comes in for the AWP. And I know that obviously it's a 4-on-3 situation, but at what point do you start saying we have to commit to this? We have to try for these retakes because we're running out of rounds.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be imminent. Obviously, this round here, I mean, you could try this, but it's just so hard. I mean, this is the problem with Anubis at the moment. I say a problem, it's the quality on the map. It's very hard to retake the sites when you don't have certain areas under control, and when you lose mid, it's sort of very hard to rotate into this bomb site to try and retake it. So it's almost imperative here that eMasters, or not eMasters, should have a look at their CT side here and maybe have a pause and talk about, we need to keep mid strong. We'll probably just retake A as long as we have mid, you know. So eMasters know this, I think, and they're focusing on it. They're pushing over smokes, they're taking it, they're doing strats. They're not letting Shush have an easy time on the CT side here, that's for sure.
14-10, 4 rounds to make up for the Shush side. They will be back on the buyback thanks to that save call, of course. AWP of Isaac set in, Husky. Canals, the Molotov sent out towards the electric position. Doesn't look like it landed ahead of that smoke. I wasn't sure if it got extinguished in that particular case, but again, just trying to prod away from the Shush side, try force out an advantage. So far, not much has been forthcoming, just damage done to both sides.
Oh, looks like a pop flash from B main is going to come through. Isaac's going to get that pick. That's imperative here for CTs to get back into the game. Looks like the calls instantly. Lights go away. The up is towards B, but we're going to slow them down. We're going to drop a smoke. We're going to say you're going to have to wait there for a few seconds and let our rotations come in. Dexter's going to get boosted over the smoke. What will he see? What will he see?
Can't see the player at plat, at least not yet. Now he does. The adjustments there as well. Okay. Thought for a second he was going to hesitate and it might not have worked out, but indeed he's brought back to a 4-on-4.
That is a very careless skill to give away. Smoke's fading, you have to be on your toes, but here they come back to back to B, excuse me.
Don't worry, I made a mistake at the time myself. Husky picking up Shushgg, that's a good frag back, enter into the B site, and Shush again looking to rotate back here. Set up for some sort of exit frag position, but now Zulu's dropped. Husky in with the kill, 4-on-2.
Really good.
Shush just chased out of the bomb site.
Really good early positioning from Husky after the entries. He's like, right, they have to go for it now. It's 4v3. We're on the precipice of match point. Let me get in an early good position here for these rotations that are coming in. Completely catches the CT off guard, gets a free kill, and now they have to save. They haven't got a choice. It's great. It's a great round. It's a great round from Husky. You can see the dynamic between the bomb sites on the T side, right? If you get cancelled on A, and they don't have mid control and can't pick you from this window, just go back to E. And unfortunately, eMasters are playing it slightly unoptimally by not having a player in dark all the time. Instead, should be sort of playing it from plat, and it's very hard to hold B main and plat. B main from plat and dark, because they're not on your screen, but you can't have them both on your screen at the same time. So last round here, last chance. Got to streak 5 together if we want to see overtime, or there's no overtime, it's a draw. Excuse me.
Oh, 15-10, match point for eMasters. Shush have 5 to make up, got a lot of work to do here, and Husky is going to be the first casualty. Christ does pick up one and last, something a little bit more positive going the way of the Shush side. That window can still be contested as Emmy engages the one man out towards the elbow. Christ can't respond towards it. Moshi comes in with a 3-on-3 situation. Isaac's AWP can strike. Advantage now for the Shush camp. Will it stay that way?
3v2, Dexter's taking all the space with his teammate in mid. They're creeping along nice and slowly, taking everything nice and slow, making sure all the space they're taking is given for free. I like this position though from the CT and spawn. Very hard to clear. Terrorists are like, no, we're going A.
Kara sees his man, gets the kill on Mr. Hoy, and now Dexter is all that remains. Molotov revealing his position, the AK, and the AWP rather, I should say, going up against the HG, gets that first engagement, sees the next man as well. P250 trying to look for some sort of pick back the smokes, or trying to suppress the other rotating individual, and that bomb needs to get picked up, swap into the AK intelligently. One CT looking to charge forward, and the bomb should get planted here.
This is very hard 1v2 for Dexter to retake here. The counter-terrorists are going to regroup. They're going to patiently wait this smoke.
But Dexter has the angle posted, seeing one player crossing. That second man, the spray is not good enough for the kill. Zulu at 48 HP keeps his life, and Shush keep their own lives as well. And one more round on the board, and that's 1 out of 5.
Signs of life from the CT side. They finally go for a little bit of aggression that isn't in mid. They go for a dark push with a smoke. Rory gets one, and then he gets another one on bridge. But then goes for a little bit too much, he gives the kill away. But it's that type of scrappiness that Shush need to start employing here on their CT side to recover this draw. Otherwise, it's going to slip out of their hands.
That's 1 round out of many still for Shush. eMasters, again, back on the buy. They've still got plenty of cash ready to buy for at least a good 3 rounds or so. Flashes forward. AK set for Husky again, trying to look in from this electric position. Nades back and forth. Zulu took more than we can dish out in that case. But Husky will be allowed control. The CTs are backed off.
Yeah, the CTs, I think their biggest flaw is have to concede in control of this room too often. It's just too important to the defense of the bomb site. And when you get it as a terrorist, the map control is sort of immense, and it's kind of easier to call. And I think eMasters have benefited from that, but we'll see what happens here as the terrorists are gearing up to go through the smoke and pop onto the bomb site. Husky coming through. Is he going to see anything?
Oh, no, not to be. Jimmy cuts him off, doubles up as well against Mr. Hoy. Mosh trying to get a trade back ahead of the pillar. Isaac's caught off his back of an Emmy. 5-on-2 situation, and just both these players held in electric. Dexter does find Shushgg at least. That's one to respond with, and they're trying to just back and forth. Hold on, they're training this. It's a 2-on-2. One player in the back. Kara comes up with a couple of decent picks and just about shuts them down. Brings in that 2K, 15-12. Shush. A little bit close for comfort in that round.
Very close. There's just so much money on the side of eMasters. They're just facing AKs, ops, full nades every single round, probably till the end of this game. That's a mountain to climb, but they're making it. They're making it one step at a time. eMasters not going for that boost. Isaac's waiting for it. There'll be nothing coming into his crosshair this time. Nice and quick pace from Husky into Dark, because he knows they're giving it to him, so let me just go in. I don't need the nades.
Might find the pick for it as well. Look how far he's extended in towards this B side. Look how aggressive he's going to get against the CT forces. He might find the pick. The Molotovs are sent back and forth. He engages one, and the other peeks out wide. Shubi with a double up. And eMasters are capitulating now in these rounds. Shush decimating them a 5-on-3.
Oh, unlucky, Moshi. You can't sit there. You cannot sit there. Is Isaac going to get another one? Unlucky. Dexter's going to reply 4v2.
Christ, next backing up, utility in both inside players' hands, and able with one easy kill. Mr. Hoy, not quite as easy himself. 1 kill out of 4 acquired in this clutch. Will now lean in to rotate around via the temple position. One CT is watching it though. I think that must be the understanding at this stage. Does pre-fire it pretty well, forced the man off angle. Ultimately needs these kills though, and they're just not forthcoming.
That is impressive that he's pre-fired that angle. It's not really a pre-fire angle, but I guess these guys have been sharing the server now for 30 rounds, so maybe they know something I don't. It is getting much closer here.
Yeah.
eMasters are under pressure. They're going to buy again, potentially leaving themselves no money if they lose this round for the last round.
I mean, bomb plan bonus, I guess they're going to rely on. They haven't had many of those over the last few rounds though, so.
What did they lose? 3 loss bonus. Oh, big entry from Dexter.
Price down, aggression held. Husky looking for Zulu next and puts him down to 33 HP. Molotov sent, he's going to charge forward over here as well. Head of that flashbang with the CT out. But they do hold their nerve, hold back for the time being.
Oh, entry from Emmy onto Shushgg. He gets too aggressive. Uh-oh.
Oh, Shushgg have done so well, but now it's all gone to hell. Kara alone in a 1-on-5 clutch. Just when you thought maybe the eMasters might find some sort of concession to Shush in the economy state after round of grinding, round after buying. It's all left to one man to hold on to survival for the Shush side. eMasters playing a wonderful game up until the end. And for Kara,
1v5 retake, 20 seconds.
Oh no, he's walked back.
Virtually impossible.
Oh dear.
That's
right in front of Husky as well, just pulled his knife out, and that's 16-13.
Heartbreaking defeat for eMasters, for Shush, excuse me.
Yeah, I have to agree on that one. Just knowing how close they got to grinding it back, knowing how much they did to try and bring it together, like that's gonna sting a little bit. But ultimately, eMasters, man, when they got on their streaks, when they got on their hot streaks, they look like a lights out team for me.
Yeah, I think eMasters are going to go quite well in this event. I haven't seen them. I think they're rightfully seated in pot 1.
Yep.
They look like they're quite comfortable on Anubis despite the close scoreline, although we did expect that it was going to be a close game.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was a great game. I look forward to seeing more, and hopefully we get to play either of those teams because that looked like a good game. I would say, just as a bit of criticism, if Shush were watching that game back, I think their CT side is what let them down. They should look at playing in Dark a little bit more.
Okay, well, we'll look forward to seeing whether you guys do take them on. And, of course, Vipera will be up next on stream against Vitalize. So, Bisky, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it. It was an absolute honour to have you on the broadcast today.
It's my pleasure.
Certainly, it'll only be an honour to see you and your team play out over the next match, which will be coming up after this short break. So do not go anywhere. It's EPIC38 CSGO. We'll continue after this.